Right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Wine with Jody, part two of episode one. And in this particular video, we'll be continuing our exploration of beginner sweet wines with the focus being Roscato Rosso Dolce and Santa Julia Dolce. All right, so let me reintroduce you to the wines. So we have Roscato Rosso Dolce from Italy. It is a sweet red with notes of dark chocolate, dark berries, and it has a slight fizz. Then we have Santa Julia Dulce from Argentina, which is a sweet rosé. It have notes of strawberries, peach, and floral notes. So for Roscato, it's great for treating yourself and in the evenings, and then for the Santa Julia, it's perfect for brunch with friends. All right, for the board, I put together two sweet and savory boards with brie cheese, green apple slices, pretzels. I had a fruit nuts mix. I also had on the board, I had a pepper jelly, I had tasty cheese, and I had Milano cookie. What if I did? Oh, yes, crackers. I had crackers. So I basically listed out everything that I had on the PowerPoint. So if I miss anything, just refer to the PowerPoint. I tried the Santa Julia Dulce with a few options. The crackers and jam combination was lovely. The wine brought out the sweetness and spiciness from the pepper jelly. The brie was smooth. This was my first time trying brie. And this particular cheese was soft and creamy. So the sparkling wine made the wine smooth because it's every time you take a sip of the wine, it's refreshing your palate. So every time you would pair the brie with the wine, it's not clouding because it's refreshing your palate each time. So for more spicy pairings like the Buna Merg or and the jerk chicken, the Santa Julia brought out smoky notes. A case in point, the Buna Merg was spicier than the jerk chicken, so you had more flavors coming out of that. I preferred the Buna Merg with the Santa Julia, specifically because the Buna Merg was spicier than the jerk. Yeah. So basically, spicier foods, more flavor. Next is the Roscato Rosso Dolce pairings. This wine was very different with the jerk chicken. The fizz actually helped cool the heat, and because I like spicy food, I prefer the Santa. The chocolate and chocolate. So the chocolate and chocolate with milk chocolate was just more chocolate. So this particular wine has chocolate notes. So it's basically chocolate on chocolate with more chocolate. So if you're into chocolates, please go ahead and give it a try. The brie was a okay pairing. The broscato with the birthday cake was really sweet to me because this wine has dark berries, so it's pretty sweet. Dark berries are pretty sweet. So I would use a very small amount of wine, or I'll drink a very small amount of wine when trying it with birthday. Wondering when to try which wine? So with the Santa Julia, I would try this wine with a girls' brunch, girls' night out, or I would try it when I'm having a party that has a cheese board. If you're having a movie night with your friends, I would try the Roscata Rosso Dolce. Keep watching that name, Roscata Rosso Dolce. If I want something exciting, or if I'm having food with a lot of spice, a lot of boldness, I will definitely try the Roscato. And if you, well, not just Roscato, I would try both because they can get different type of pairings with either, because the Santa, it amplifies the heat, and then the Roscato carries the boldness. If I'm just new to wine, I want to try something, I want to get rid of the fear of wine drinking, I will just start out with the Santa Julia. My final ratings, the Roscato Rosso Dolce 3, and then the Santa Julia 3.5, specifically because I prefer burnt wines. You can get either wines at any La Sultan supermarket, whether it's online or in store. If you know any other place that carries the wine, you can just drop it in the comments and let me know. Coming next in episode 2, we'll be exploring more beginner friendly wines from Italy, focusing on Cavie Moscato and Cavie Merlot. I think that's how it's pronounced, Cavie. You can let me know. So be sure to follow so you don't miss it. Thanks again for staying for this wine pairing video. Please feel free to drop your questions if you have any. And don't forget to follow for episode 2. We'll be back soon with more Jamaican food with wine pairing.